Jupiter in Cancer brings a sense of nurturing, a sense of security, a sense of belief within a group, which will actually benefit you in many words. Therefore mean that you may be nurtured by a motherly person. Now, a motherly person could be a father, it could be a mother, someone that will nurture you. Now, depending on where Jupiter is in your birth chart, you will know how you will be nurtured. Now, for example, if Jupiter is in the 4th house, you'll be nurtured at home. Now, you might be nurtured by someone that is from a different background, a complete different foreign background. This is because of the energy of what Jupiter brings. Jupiter deals with foreign. Jupiter deals with the higher aspect of the mind, long distance traveling. So you might, if for example, you might be traveling, say you have Cancer in the 9th house, you might be traveling to a far distant country, and you will be nurtured by somebody in that country or that place, that location. Jupiter in Cancer is all about the gathering of families, the gathering of events, a big event, you know, a long event, a long period of things happening. This is the time of, you know, great spiritual gatherings. All the water signs are going to be affected by Jupiter in Cancer. Now, all the water signs are going to be feeling this energy. Pisces, Cancer, of course. If you're a Cancerian, you're going to be feeling this, and Scorpio. These 3 signs are going to feel this. Now, at this present moment, you might even sense that these signs are actually becoming a bit wavy. They're being drawn by the emotion of energy which is actually circling them right now through different energy bounces which are going through, because Cancer is one of those signs that cannot make decision. It's a crab, so it's all about the instinct, it's all about the feeling. So Jupiter there's going to expand that feeling, it's going to make that feeling more expressive, more connected, and it's going to be able to reflect and touch everything which comes into its appearance. So you could be traveling with family members during the time when Jupiter goes into Cancer, which funny enough, part of my family is traveling, you know, around the world. So it's kind of weird how this is happening. Now, this is all to do with the build-up of Jupiter going into Cancer. Now, during the time when Jupiter goes into Cancer, also, we have to see that Mercury is going retrograde in the sign of Cancer. What does that mean? Mercury is to do with communication, getting out there, speaking, dealing with businesses, communication with other people. Things are going to be extremely emotional. So, you know, there's going to be a sense of, I need that security, I need to feel secure, I need to go back to what makes me feel secure, I need to just readjust things that may need to be secured. So anything to do with going back to, it could be business, you might have to tie in some loose corners to make things work out a certain way. So that could be, I need to bring that security balanced, especially with, you know, especially the water signs, especially if you're a Scorpio, you might see that, you know, maybe I need to be careful with my finances at this present moment, or I need to make sure I tie the loose corners. So this is what's going to happen with that Mercury retrograde. You know, we got to understand that Mercury deals with emotion. Now, I mean, not Mercury, Cancer deals with emotion. So with that, emotions are going to be very witty and very, you know, not clear. People ain't going to make right decisions with their feelings at this time. Feelings may be diverse in different directions due to the emotion psychological response to how the instinct may respond. I would say that Cancers need to be very careful during this time, because a lot of confusion might come towards the way because of how Mercury will interface and connect with a part of Jupiter. Because Jupiter is going into Cancer and it's going to connect or create a kind of like bendy kind of instinctive feeling. So it will think more than once about its security and how it feels secure inside. So we also have to look at the generational planet Neptune. Neptune, obviously, a couple years ago in 2012, went into Pisces, which is this organic sign. This means that spirituality will evolve, but at the same time, because Neptune is the water planet, it will generationally affect everyone on a collective level. Now, the flood which happened in India a couple of days ago is also very linked to that Neptune being retrograde. A retrograde is always giving you more or giving you less. In that sense, I'd say that it gives you less. So it's a water sign. It's a water planet. So then it's going to give you more of what you want. In that sense, so the whole flooding in India has to do with that. Now, to my understanding, Capricorn rules India, and India itself is to do with hard work. You know, you'd see they work very hard for what they do, and they put a lot of energy in what they believe, and it's very structured. So in so many words, Capricorn rules that country, and also in relations to that, Saturn at present is in the sign of Scorpio. Now, why am I going to the point that Saturn is inside Scorpio? It's because Capricorn rules Saturn, the planet Saturn. So this means that Saturn being in Scorpio is actually showing you how deep the water goes up, and how the floods are being intensified. So with all of that said, Jupiter in Cancer makes people gather together because of what's happened, and it makes people learn about uniting. It makes it difficult because Saturn is all about lessons. So Saturn being in Scorpio, it represents the lessons that we have to learn with merging with one another, to merge with a collective group of people. So this is the lesson probably for the country in India at the moment, which they're going through a lot of things. My heart goes to them at the moment. Now, with that energy said, we got to remember that there's also Venus in Cancer, which intensify love and connectivity to home. So, like I said, nurturing from a mother-like person is going to be extremely intensified. So that is a wonderful feeling in so many words. It's a wonderful feeling, and it can connect with very, very positive effects, you know. And some people may decide to change various things at home, or expand their home, bring more things into the home, create groups of different kinds in the home. You may even start renting your home to foreigners, because Jupiter deals with traveling. So travelers may come into your home and rent your home. So for example, certain people who may do business in the financial ground of what do you call this, housings and what's that another word for it? Properties, that's it. If you're dealing with properties and things like that, that is a wonderful time to rent to foreigners. A great time to rent to foreigners, to rent to people across the world. Do business from home is a great potential for this Jupiter in Cancer. So it's all about utilizing this energy in its right ways. And I can tell you, Jupiter in Cancer is I think it's a beautiful energy. I think it's more beautiful than Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter in Gemini to me is a bit of a tricky one. It's unsure, it's insecure, it's, I don't know. Whereas Jupiter in Cancer is more connectivity, feelings, emotions. Now, I think emotions are very important as well, because there's a lack, especially in the West, there's a lack of connecting with people. There's a lack of connecting with people from a different background, from, you know, there's that, everyone sticks to one thing. Every race, you know, sticks to each race. And I think that in order for the world to become one, it's to understand everyone as a collective. And I think with Jupiter in Cancer, it's going to bring things together that will allow people to see people for who they are. So, and understand and learn about the cultures. So there's the sense of security about the cultures. There's a sense of getting to know a certain culture. There's a feeling of wanting to experience something completely different. And that is to do with a higher aspect of the mind. There's a sense of wanting to learn about nurturing, about becoming a mother. There's that sense of, you know, giving, learning to give, learning to receive also. But more so to receive, because the moon is all about receiving. So Jupiter brings you understanding about how to receive emotions, how to receive feelings, how to understand people in a more intuitive way, how to connect with your feelings, how to connect with an instinctual level, a spiritual connection, a higher connection, how to connect with that side, how to actually feel and know what's right at the right time. That is what Jupiter in Cancer is going to tell you. And it's stepping on June the 26th. So by the time you watch this video, we will already be in this time. So I hope you enjoy this wonderful moon. This wonderful Jupiter in Cancer, I think is going to be wonderful. Especially you're going to find that you'll be nurturing a lot of people if you have the moon in Cancer or the moon in the water sign. There will be a lot of that happening. And also if you have the moon in the earth sign also, that could also be happening for you as well. Because like the earth needs the water needs the earth, or should I say like the earth needs the water. So in that sense you will understand that interconnection. Thank you, and enjoy this wonderful Jupiter moon in Cancer. It's going to be quite interesting for a collective world.